Welcome to Hawkeye Soaring Network, home of Hendrickson Hawks sports. And now, let's take you to the broadcast booth with the voice of Hendrickson Hawks sports, Sam Ressler.
Good evening, Hendrickson Hawk fans, and welcome to another edition of high school football here on the Hawkeye Soaring Network. We are live again from Bastrop Memorial Stadium on our second go-around here, having technical difficulties on the first go-around. But regardless, tonight the Hendrickson Hawks, who are 4-5 overall in the season, 3-4 in district play, trying to finish the year at 5-5 for the second straight year, come in here, winners of their last game at home, 63-0 against Lehman, taking on the Cedar Creek Eagles, whose last win was also against the Lehman Lobos last week, across the way at Hayes at Bob Shelton Stadium, 35-28, breaking their 3-year losing streak. Tonight, I am joined by our guest here on Hawkeye Soaring Network, and I'm not even going to try to guess what his job is, but he's the deputy officer of HR, I believe. And I'm glad he's laughing. This is Mr. Willie Watson. Mr. Watson, how are you doing tonight on our second try tonight with no technical difficulties right now?
Sam, thank you for this honor to be here. You are a legend in the Hendrickson Pflugerville ISD community. Thank you for all you do for Hendrickson athletics and for our boys and girls at Hendrickson High School. Hi everyone, my name is Willie Watson, and Willie Watson Jr., and I am the Chief HR Officer. As Sam has mentioned, I've been with the district this last stint since 2018. This actually is my part two. I had the pleasure of being hired by the great Dr. Libby Gardner back in 2001. I worked with the district in 2008, and then I had a couple of opportunities, and I was blessed to return about 7 or 8 years ago.
Well, again, I'm very thankful you have joined us tonight, and I got to ask the first question for the listeners. What got you interested in this job, Mr. Watson?
Oh, wow. That's a loaded question. I am a certified teacher. I was in the classroom for a very short period of time in the 90s, and I quickly went into HR in 1999. I loved human resources. My father, who was a career military Army, retired 30-year sergeant major, was in quote-unquote personnel in the U.S. Army. And so I really didn't know what that meant, but I knew my dad was a big talker and loved being around people, and people loved being around him. And for better or worse, I developed some of those traits. And so I decided to pursue this personnel world myself. But I also love teaching, education, and kids. And so for me, Sam, it's the best of both worlds. I still work with kids and realize at the end of the day, the number one responsibility I have is to make sure we have the right people in front of our children each and every day. And so we take a job very seriously in our district, and I take a lot of pride in that aspect of my job, and I love to be able to support this community. I live in Pflugerville ISD. My wife is a wonderful teacher at Highland Park Elementary School, bilingual. I have 3 children that have gone through Pflugerville ISD. I have my last one in the district. So I bleed PFISD in all different colors, and so it's great to be a part of this organization and represent this district, and making sure we hire great teachers and great staff, and make sure we serve our students in the best capacity.
Well, we've been talking here on the radio for just a couple of minutes, and I feel like you have the Midas touch when it comes to, just being relaxed and being calm and cool on the radio, and it makes it really easy to just sit and have a good conversation, not just to entertain the listeners, Mr. Watson, but to have a good discussion. And I can see why you do what you do, because you look for the best of teachers, like you just said, for our school district, and just being able to have a discussion with you is a good. You're good at talking to people.
It probably depends on who you talk to, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome. And so our second question, and so this can be anything. It could be, maybe like, a group of people you've worked with, maybe like favorite thing about Pflugerville ISD, even though there's always good things going on at Pflugerville ISD, especially at Hendrickson High School, as me and Coach Cross always say, and even Mr. Greb say, there's so many good things going on in Pflugerville ISD. And since we're Hawk Radio, Hendrickson High School has lots of good things going on. What is your favorite thing, Mr. Watson, about Pflugerville ISD?
Man, gosh, how much time do you have, Mr. Sam? But there are great things. Ultimately, our number one objective is making sure our kids are performing academically. And it just brings me such honor and pleasure when I see our scores of our students, how they're doing. We have multiple students that are serving our country in all different capacities, whether they're serving in our armed forces, serving in our community in different government positions, working in the private sector, are just doing all sorts of different things. And so ultimately, that's the thing that brings me the most joy is how our students, when they graduate, the fact they're able to be productive citizens for themselves and for their families in our community. But just in the district, we have a lot of good things happening. Gosh, I mean, you look at our just here athletics in our district. We do just a great job. Our young ladies and young men, they do a good job in all the different sports. Look at our fine arts. I'm very honored. On Monday night, I'll be help representing district central administration and Dr. Shepard on Monday at our state competition for bands. And so I'm so excited that Hendrickson, the Hawk Band, will be there, and I'll be there cheering them on mightily and loudly all day on Monday. And those are just things on the top of my head, Sam. I could talk all day about all the wonderful things that are happening in our district, but those are just things on top of my mind.
Well, all those feel like were very good examples, and I feel like being someone, we were talking earlier before we did all this, and I'm a Hendrickson graduate, 2011.
Awesome.
Came back, worked for Hendrickson for 2 years as an EA, went to Weiss for 2 years as an EA, got my first teaching job in Lockhart.
Awesome.
Came back when COVID hit, finished out of the year, have been in Pflugerville ISD ever since the last 7 years. And, for someone that was a student, someone who was in the special education program that's working in the special ed program, I feel like I had a lot of great teachers that had a lot of good trainings. And so I can agree definitely with everything you just said. It was all 110% accurate and true. So if you're looking for, wanting to be a teacher and have good leaders and, good administration, not just at your school, but around the whole district, Pflugerville ISD is definitely the place to be. Now, before we jump into our third question, you mentioned the band. Pflugerville ISD actually hosted, I think, last Saturday, a band, was it Area?
Yes.
And so that was something that I thought that was super cool, that we got to showcase our awesome stadium there at the field. And what can you say about just you're going to be at the competition Monday, but you also have a daughter on the dance team.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the honor to let me just talk a little bit about my baby. She's my daughter. She is on the Silver Dancers. Her mother and her family, her grandparents, everyone, her sisters, are so proud of her. This is her first year on the dance team. And we just look forward to 2 more years. According to Miss Fleet, who is our wonderful director here, and she had mentioned to me, I have the world's record of the most dances, father-daughter dances. This is my 7th year. And so I'm very happy that I've had 3 girls now go through the program. And so they do a phenomenal job. And I'm very proud of these young ladies and our instructors who help lead them, and our managers as well.
So I got to ask, do they get their dancing skills from their mother or their father?
Oh, definitely, Sam, from me. Okay.
From you?
Now, I know people can't see me on here, but I can move a little bit as well. Now, her mother probably will attest to say that it was her, because her and her sister was a dance team member as well at her high school, so they'll say that was them. But me and my family, we can groove as well on my side.
Well, that brings us to our next question, which is, did you play any sports growing up, or were you on the one of the dancers?
Well, here's the deal. I was in band primarily. I was a young high schooler. My mother, I was a September baby, and so I was one of those 16-year-old seniors. So I was always a little bit smaller. So I did baseball, I did sports and stuff in the neighborhood and with friends and that type of deal. But I was always a little bit small, and I went to a school in San Antonio with 4,000 students. And I didn't realize it until I graduated. But gosh, I was with the golden era of my high school. We won football state championship my senior year, went to basketball state. Our band went to further, so our soccer team went to state. And so I didn't realize my group was fairly strong. And so I realized, like in junior high and before that, hey, I'm just a little boy. And so I kind of transitioned more to student leadership in the band. But I've always loved sports, and I love sports to the day. And anytime I don't do a lot of sports much anymore, but I definitely, they go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. And love college football and high school athletics. Those are my two favorite levels.
Yeah, I have, I've fallen in love with just high school sports in the last year. Just being able to Friday Night Lights. There's nothing like it in Texas, and
I agree.
And so it's unfortunate this is the last Henderson game tonight for football, but it's been fun to watch the band, and it's a treat every night to watch this band perform, like you said, and the dance team. Great. I think the band director's new this year for Henderson, I believe. He is.
We hired him from North Dallas area, I believe, from the Keller ISD. We were just so excited. We were sad to lose our former director, but man, this guy here walked into those shoes. But he has a great team he works with as well. Our assistant band directors are phenomenal as well.
You said Keller possibly?
He's from the Keller
that was a
ISD.
steal, because he is very good at what he does. I got to meet him on the sidelines at the game there in College Station, Consolidated 2 weeks ago, where the band left at halftime because they performed the next day in Waco.
Oh, okay.
So I met him, and great guy, and you could tell his heart was in what he does. And the students really appreciate his teaching and his philosophies, it seems.
Hear nothing but good things. But most importantly, we couldn't do it without our wonderful band parents. Our band parents, that is a tireless job to support these band kiddos. We appreciate them as well.
Thanks for giving them a shout out. They are very appreciative. So we have two final questions. The second to last one. Do you have a favorite Pflugerville ISD athletic memory? I know you can share yours, and we'll see if mine is the same as yours based on if it's Henderson or if it's just all Pflugerville. But I'm curious if you have a favorite one, because you said you have you've been doing this a long time.
I've been at this a long time. I will tell you this. Now Sam, you're not going to like this memory. Okay, so I apologize in advance. Okay, but probably I would say my favorite but memorable was that when I was with another school district. Okay, in my 10 years I was absent. Our school district played Hendrickson in a barn burner, and we stopped Shamaje when he was here, and that was awesome at that point. Now that I came back to Pflugerville ISD, I'm not as happy about that, but if you're a fan of sports, a fan of football, you love to watch good football and like to watch good goal line stands and good just good performance. And so it was something I remember. But on a positive note for Pflugerville ISD athletics, the other one I really remember is when Pflugerville High School went to state
championship.
Championship.
Do you remember who they played?
They played.
I have it on a football at our house.
Let's see. We played Katy at one point.
That's who I have on the football. It was at the Alamo Dome.
It was semifinals. I'm sorry, it was that state. It was the semifinals. But
I think it was state. I think it was the state
Was it state
championship. I'm
championship?
99% sure it was the state championship.
Sam, you're the guru. You're probably right. I slept a few nights since the early 2000s, so you have a better memory than me. But it was an awesome game to watch that with Katie. And the one before, we went to Texas Stadium. Probably the last couple of years of Texas Stadium. Maybe the last year, possibly. And that was awesome as well.
Great memories, and I can respect the Samaje one. He's 3 years younger than me, and so when I was in school at K-State, he was, I think, a freshman. He was just dominating at Oklahoma then. But
Yes.
I can respect him big time. He's a
He's
good
awesome.
role model. I know he's been with his wife probably since high school, I believe.
Oh, has he?
I
Okay.
believe so. And, he was a Chief, I think, last year. Some of my friends respected him because all my
Yes.
friends are Chiefs fans up in Kansas. Mine was my sophomore year. I believe Manziel was a backup. I don't think we played him. But Hendrickson, my sophomore year was like, what was it, 2008, 2009?
Okay.
We went all the way to the third round, lost to Kerrville Tivy in football.
I remember that. Yes. But y'all didn't. We didn't play. Manziel didn't play.
I don't think so because he was a year behind me, and I think
Okay.
I was a sophomore. So I think he was on the varsity. He was either on the varsity or he was on the team, but I don't know if he was on the varsity or the JV. But I remember seeing his name at some point, looking it up or something. But,
Okay.
But I remember hearing Kerrville Tivy because of him. Last question. Any final comments? Maybe a new teacher out there that is looking for an opportunity and wants to check out Pflugerville ISD.
Thanks, Sam. I can't say enough about this being a wonderful employer to work for. Believe it or not, we have, when you include our guest educators, substitutes, we have over 4,000 employees in our district. And 1,800 of them are teachers. So half of the people that we're looking for are not teachers. So our prized positions are teachers. We will definitely develop and grow you. We have wonderful professional development in our district. We offer almost 1,000 different type of sessions this school year and for PD for our teachers and staff. That's unbelievable. The level of support you have. We have a 3-year mentor program. We support you not just your first year, but your second and third year. And we will do everything we can to support you. We have job fairs. Check our website out at www.pfisd.net. Look under careers. Our job posters are posted on there. And we'd love to have you come out.
If there was any guy on this planet that could have said it perfectly, there was the man next to me, Mr. Willie Watson. And again, I'm very appreciative you came on here. And, the last time these Hawks took the field, they looked really impressive. And my father, Mark, was on the radio with me, and he'll be joining me tonight. And so maybe he's our good luck charm. If we win this game 63-0 again, he might have to stick around permanently. We'll see.
He might have to. By the way, you got a wonderful father, Sam.
I really do.
What a blessing for you and your family.
I was blessed with a very good family, good people that, care about, doing things like this on a Friday night. Even though he's retired, he's enjoying the father-son bond of high school football and helping me out. So, well, Mr. Watson, I want to thank you for coming on. This concludes our interview. When we come back, we will have high school football as they are about to play the national anthem. You're listening to Hawk Football.
schools. Their role is none like those of players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask that you as students, parents, and citizens demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. Officiating crew for tonight's game are Thomas Malone, Rowan Ramirez, Scott Fairbairn, Dalton Cross, Jack Corrigan, Peter Allen, and Kevin Well.
Cedar Creek has won the toss and elected to the floor. Hendrickson will receive. Shake hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday night football here, Cedar Creek, Texas. It's time to get loud, time to get proud as we near the start of tonight's matchup between the Hendrickson Hawks and the Cedar Creek Eagles. Welcome to the field, head coach Jarrett Shaw and your Cedar Creek Eagles. Time on the clock is 12 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're starting tonight out about 71 degrees, going to be down to about 68 before the game is over. Winds up to 14 miles an hour in gusts.
We are live again here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium for tonight's game between the Hendrickson Hawks and the Cedar Creek Eagles, as the Eagles will kick the ball off from right to left in their blue pants, blue jerseys, white helmets with the white numerals. Hendrickson's in their road dark navy pants, navy helmets, white jerseys, navy numerals, as it's a squib caught at the 31-yard line. And he is wrapped up at about the 34-yard line, making the catch. That is number 44. That was 84, Holden Honick, excuse me. So it'll be first down and 10. Hendrickson, here comes Chance Pierce, the quarterback for the Hawks tonight, as I update the scoreboard real quick. So first down and 10, there's two receivers on the left side of the field, one to the right in the gun. That's a fullback in motion from right to left. There's the snap, or left to right, there's the snap to Chance Pierce. He throws the ball, has Honick wide open, and the ball is almost picked off at the 36-yard line of Lehman. And in the coverage, that was Ryan Cavazos, the junior defensive back, and it's going to be second down. I'm joined again tonight by my father, Mark. He is here joining me tonight, enjoying his fourth or fifth game here with me. I've lost track, but I'm happy to have him here tonight. There's a diamond formation on the left, three receivers. There's the snap. It's a quarterback keeper by Pierce, 30. And he is wrapped up at the 30, near the 35-yard line. That's Dylan Redman on the tackle, the sophomore, and it's going to be third down and 5 for the Hendrickson Hawks. They're going to make it third down and 7 with 11 minutes, 32 seconds to go here in the the Tater Q first quarter, as it is 0-0 here in the season finale for the Hawks. There's the snap to Pierce. He looks to throw. Ball's caught by Boykin. 45, 50, 40. He may be gone. 20, 10. Touchdown, Romello Boykin on the, let's see, the 75-yard touchdown pass to Romello Boykin. And it is 6-0 Hendrickson.
Yes, Sam, that was a long out route. Mello picked that ball at about the 45-yard line and then turned and outran everybody to the goal line.
Looked like, if my buddy Chris was listening, that looked like the pivot play where he went about 3 steps, turned around, and then went to his left after catching it on this towards the sidelines. He cut outside like a little hitch and then went on the edge. There's the snap, the hold. The extra point is up, and it is good for Brendan Ricardo. It is 7-0 Hendrickson. 11:09 to go in the first quarter here, Tater Key first quarter in Bastrop Memorial Stadium. We'll keep it right here, and we'll talk real quick. So Dad, it's 7-0 Hawks. Last game, they went, I think, 3 and out, or maybe at 1 first down against Lehman. Now they go down the field in 3 plays.
51 seconds. Yep, 51, not 1 minute into the game, and we're already on the board, so looking good so far.
The one negative, if you're a Hawk fan, is the average drives last game were 2 plays. That one was 3.
Okay.
So we'll actually take a quick break while they play some commercials here on the Jumbotron, big screen. You're listening to Hendrickson Hawk Football on the Hawkeye Soaring Network. We are back, 7-0 Hendrickson. After 51 seconds, there's the ball caught at the 31, and he is met by a flock of Hawks making the tackle for Hendrickson. That's number 40, Roman Villasenor. And that was Dylan Redmond on the carry. It was like a little, it almost looked like clone kicks from both kickoff teams in the exact same spot. It is going to be first down and 10 as I grab my play sheet. There's the snap. It's a handoff to the running back for Cedar Creek, and he takes it up the middle. That's number 3, Arvelius Garcia. Anthony Scott, excuse me. Cornell Spicer on the tackle for the Hawks. So second down and 7 for the Cedar Creek Eagles, as this is their first drive of the game, getting their first win last week against Lehman on the road. First win in 3 years. 3 receivers to the right, none to the left. There's the snap to the quarterback. That is Jesus Fuente, the quarterback. Tackle made again by Cornell Spicer. 2 tackles tonight. As the quarterback out there, that's number 3, Garcia, the freshman quarterback, if I'm seeing that right.
19 is the quarterback.
19 is the quarterback, so that is Greg Thompson. I'm going to abandon my sheet. And in motion from right to left, that goes number 3. There's the snap. Thompson throws. That ball is caught near the line to gain. It's going to be third down and maybe a yard. Paul Creighton on the tackle.
I think it's going to be fourth down, is it not?
It looks like he's right at the line. Yep, they're going to move the sticks.
Yep.
So first down, Cedar Creek, 9:32 to go. A team that was struggling, Dad, it seemed like, to move the ball for, again, not insulting them, but for about 3 years, according to a lot of their scores. Henderson won last year 77-0. This team, you'd think they got a lot of confidence, and they want to end this season with a 2-game win streak. Three wide receivers for Cedar Creek on the right, and under the left, there's the snap to Thompson. He quickly throws. That ball is over the head, incomplete near the sidelines, intended on the play for Hendrickson.
Second down and 10, 9-11 on the board.
9 minutes, 11 seconds, and I do apologize for no score clock tonight. There was a glare on the screen earlier, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, on that last play, the defensive end for Hendrickson came in hands held high, and he actually forced that pass. The quarterback adjusted and lofted that pass more than he intended, and it actually sailed over the receiver's head. So good job by that defensive end.
So second down and 10 on the incompletion. There's 3 in the backfield, the quarterback, the fullback, and the running back. There's the snap as blowing to the line, and then it looked like the ball might have come loose, but I think Cedar Creek held on to it, making the tackle for Hendrickson. That's number 4, Devin Parker, the senior, playing his last game tonight. And if you're a Hawks player on the defense, you want to keep this shutout going for.
Formation on blue,
It was a flag.
and then in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Chase second down.
Yeah,
So-
did you catch the penalty? It was the ref said too many men in the backfield, 5-yard penalty, so that will play second down.
That's with the second down and 15.
So we are back here, second down and 15 for the Eagles of Cedar Creek High School. There's the snap to Thompson. He is pressured, blitz, and he is drilled on the play. Ball's loose. Hendrickson looks like they came close to getting it, but recovering it on the play. That is their lineman. That's number 76 on the recovery, Roman Martinez, the offensive lineman, and tackle causing the fumble was Colonel Spicer, who has come ready to play tonight in his final game, and he looks like he wants to, make a statement tonight in his final game, Dad.
Yep. That sack was good for an 8-yard loss, so we'll bring it up 9-yard loss on that sack tackle. 3rd and 24.
3rd and 24. Greg Thompson, the quarterback, has 2 wide on the right, 1 to the left. There's the snap. It's a handoff to the running back, number 2, and he makes it back to about the 45 of Cedar Creek, still about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Khalil Stewart on the tackle, and here comes the punt team, number 33 for the Eagles. That's Maynard Sagustum. We'll find out here in a second when the announcer says it.
And 15.
There's the snap, the punt. It's away, and it's low, and it bounces at the 28-yard line and takes a Hendrickson bounce as it almost goes into Hendrickson, and the ball almost touched the leg, Dad. You see that?
29-yard line.
Yeah, I saw Khalil Stewart got a little close to the ball, and I hear coaches in the booth next to us are pretty vocal right now with their feedback. Is that blocker almost knocked Khalil right into the ball? So
I feel like we've seen that 3 times in college football the last week or two.
Yes,
I really feel like we have.
Yes, we have.
So 2 right on the left. There's the snap to Chance Pierce as the Hawks have the ball in the second drive. Chance is rolling to the right, waiting, crosses the 25, 30, 35, where he runs out of bounds. Pushing him out of bounds is at number 86. That's Dylan Redmond, who forced him out of bounds.
Yeah, Chance had a lot of time back there. Couldn't find anybody open. Scrambled to the right and was able to pick up, looks like, almost 7 yards.
36-yard line, with second down and 3 loss.
So second down and 3 for Hendrickson as there's a orange moon directly in front of us in the distance. There's Trevor Morgan on right to left in the jet sweep. He takes the carry. 35, still on his feet, and goes backwards to about the 33. You'd love to see Trevor Morgan have a big game tonight, and the tackle was made by Isaiah Cancino. 6:45 to go, first quarter here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium, the final game of the Hawks season in 2025.
Yeah, the Hawk running back on that play was able to break the first tackle, but in doing so, he actually was pushed back 3 yards and resulted in a loss.
So third down for the Hendrickson Hawks. Third down and 5 to be exact. 6:22 to go in the first quarter. There's the snap. Chance rolls. Ball's caught, but he's still going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. Let's see what the Hawks like to do. Looks like the punt team's going to come back out here. Tackle was by E.J. Neal Adams with the reception. Tackle by Cancino. Let's see if the Hawks like to go for this. If I'm Hendrickson, Dad, it's 4th and 5. I'd line up, try to draw off sides, and then punt.
Well, we will see.
Or you take the delay game and have a better punt. I'm calling a squib here by chance. I think it's going to be a quarterback punt.
Yeah. No, I think they're going for it. Yep.
Timeout, Cedar Creek. I think that's the right call as the Cedar Creek coach calls timeout. That is the head coach. We'll take a break. Hawk football will resume in a moment.
Born and raised in the heart of Austin, Texas, Bobby and Bobby Mack are the dynamic duo behind Tater Q. One day, Bobby envisioned a stuffed potato loaded with all the fixings. An idea that sparked the beginning of Tater Q in 2016. Fast forward to January 2023, when their first brick-and-mortar location opened its doors at 1202 FM 685 in Pflugerville, Texas. Tater Q Restaurant has redefined comfort food with our famous spud. Each loaded baked potato is crafted with savory meats, fresh toppings, and our signature sauces, creating a meal that brings everyone together. So stop on by and taste why our spud is a must-try for barbecue lovers.
We are back here as the Hawks go for it on 4th down. I think they have it, Dad, do they?
Yeah, Chance kept the ball, ran over left tackle, and gained 4 yards on that 4th and 3. So they're moving the sticks. You're right, that moon looks pretty impressive tonight. It's kind of a blood orange moon just over the back of the visiting stadium. It's going to set an ominous tone for this game.
It definitely does. There's the snap. It's a handoff. Is that E.J. Neal Adams? The bowling ball, 40, 45, still on his feet near the 50. If he stayed in bounds, that's going to be a Hawk first down if he stayed in bounds. Being forced out of bounds by Jonathan James, the junior defensive back. And they're going to say he went out about 2 yards short, but nice legs there by E.J. to keep his legs churning as he went down the sideline, staying in bounds. So 2nd down and 2, 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go. There's the snap. Ball's thrown on the pivot play once again. And it was incomplete, and the ball was thrown into the grass from Chance Pierce looking for Boykin. Dad, you've told me, throughout the season that, you've enjoyed watching this Henderson team, but in particular, you think Romello Boykin's been entertaining, I should say, at the very least.
Yeah, Romello is a great athlete. He's got tremendous speed and good hands. I've been very impressed.
There's the snap. Chance Pierce rolls to the left, looking to throw. Has the ball. That ball is almost intercepted. Probably should have been. And the defensive back on the coverage, that was Jesus Puente Jimenez, and that probably, Dad, should have been picked.
Yeah, that ball hit him right in the hands and right in the chest, and he's slapping his head. He knows he should have caught it too.
Probably should have been 6 the other way for the Eagles as it's 4th down. Do the Hawks, again, they have nothing to lose. They want to get back to 500. Guys like Romello Boykin, who is in his 5th year as a high school student, but I think still had a year of eligibility this year, and in his final game, and man, he's been fun to watch. There's the snap. As it's a handoff to EJ, he takes it up the middle, crosses the yard line to gain, which is the 50, down about the 47 of Cedar Creek, and that's where the Hawks will have a new first down.
Yep, he needed 2. He got 5. That was a nice run. Tackle on that play, again, was by number 0, Isaiah Consino.
So the Hawks, going back to the Lehman game, have outscored their opponent 70-0 since getting back into the Austin area from College Station Consolidated. There's the snap. Pierce keeps it, crosses the 45 on the draw, where he is. I think he may have just gotten to the 45. We'll see if that's where they spot him, but it looked like it was a quarterback draw all the way. That was tackled by number 74, Lance Aramillo. If you're just tuned in, welcome, and we'll try to give you scores around the district here in a little while, possibly an update from the girls' basketball opener tonight on the road at Westlake. Big shout out to the volleyball team who made it to the third round. Unfortunately, fell in 3 games last night, 3 sets to College Station, but still a nice run there by the volleyball team here in 2025. There's the snap. As it's a deep ball, he has a man. Is that Mueller? Ball is overthrown. Is that Honick, 84? I think that was Holden Honick, number 84, in the coverage. That just threw the ball back, or was that Braden Mueller?
That was number 15.
No, that was 15.
And that was
Holden Calvert. It was hard to, I don't have my binoculars, and we're very close to the field.
Pete Vallejo who threw that pass, too.
Was it?
Yep.
Pete's in. Yeah, you're right. Pete is now into the game as I did not notice that. New quarterback. It's last game of the season, and I had a huge hiccup. So Pistol Pete Vallejo is now in the game. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. That's Boykin on the right side. And the gun, that's E.J. Neal Adams. There's the ball is thrown, caught by Romello. He jukes a man, stays on his feet, crosses the 30 into maybe down to the 29. That's where forward progress will give him the first down. Nice pass there from Pete to Romello. As there's extracurricular activity on the field.
Yeah.
Jaden Gonzalez there with the tackle on Boykin.
Yeah, Gonzalez grabbed Romella's shirt and was holding him back, and just before he went down, somebody came flying from the backup field and launched himself right into Romello. And I'm happy that everybody was able to get up and walk away from that play because it looked like a pretty vicious hit.
So it's first down and 10. New fresh set of downs for the Hendrickson Hawks as there's Martinka, I think, is in the gun. There's the snap. Martinka takes it 30, 25, 20, still on his feet. 10, following his blockers. 5, into the end zone. I believe that's number 23, Brody Martinka, is it?
Yeah, that was number 23.
Brody Martinka with his, I think, second or third touchdown on the season on the road where he had 1 or 2, I think, in Lockhart. 1 at home against Anderson a couple weeks ago.
Impressive on that play, too. Romello actually picked up his blocker at about 15 yards from the goal line and pushed him, drove him all the way back into the end zone, escorting the touchdown player.
So Hawks lead. There's the snap, the hold. The extra point is up, and it is good as the special teams look like they had a good week of practice, which brings our new score. At the 3-minute 24 mark here in the Tater Q first quarter, Hendrickson 14, Bastrop Cedar Creek 0. We'll take another break. Hawk football will resume in just a moment. We are back here on the Hawkeye Story Network, 14-0, as we just have breaking news for you. The all-time receiving leader at Hendrickson High School now was broken on that play by Romello Boykin, who now is the all-time leader. Way to go, Romello. Congrats to that young man closing out his senior year 2.0. And, wow, what a career for him, Dad. What can you say about that guy? Nice tackle, too, on the play. Tackle was by Artis Duncan. But yeah, Dad, what can you say about that record? That's really.
Yeah. Well, he's a very deserving young man. He's had a great season. I understand maybe he had some hardships that enabled him to come back and finish his senior year. I'm happy for him.
Me too, and I have no doubt that he'll be. We will see him on Saturdays on national TV in the future, I predict. So here comes Thompson, the quarterback for Cedar Creek, with 2 on the right, 1 to the left. There's the snap. It's a handoff to his tailback. That is number 2, Anthony Scott, and he takes it for maybe a gain of a yard, if that. Tackle was by Khalil Stewart, the senior. Now, Dad, I'm looking down here at the it looks like the defense for Cedar Creek is at the 35 here on the left side of the field, and they're all huddled up by their coach, who's just chewing them out. So, second down and 8, excuse me. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, with the tailback. That's Anthony Scott. There's the snap. It's a handoff to Scott. He breaks free, meeting him right there. I think that was Carnell Spicer, I believe, number 8. That was Maddox Quillert. Excuse me, I need to get my binoculars.
Number 2 on number 2.
The Texas Tech commit, who it would have been cool to see him last week against K-State when we got to watch Texas Tech put, a whooping on the Cats, Dad. But
yeah,
Maddox Quiller's another guy that we'll get to see in the Big 12 after tonight. So, third down and 3 after the Anthony Scott run. There's no wide receivers on the right, 1 to the left for Cedar Creek. There's the snap as in motion is the tight end. On the ground, and it looks like Hendrickson has it. It's scooped up. They're still going, and he is tackled inside the 30, maybe at the 28. And let's see who that was. Did you get a number on who had the ball?
I didn't, and looks like he may have gotten banged
there's
up a little bit.
Yep, there's
He's
a
still
injured
down
player on the field. We'll pause and take a break. You're listening to Hawk Football. We are back here after the injured player on the field has walked off the field. 1:50 to go here in the Cedar Creek first quarter as Hendrickson has the ball on the 28-yard line of Cedar Creek. There's the snap. It's a handoff I think that's Artis. Is that Artis Duncan, number 20?
That is.
Number 20, Artis Duncan. Takes it for a gain of about maybe 15 for a first down, and it's not first and goal, is it? I think they're on the, 12-yard line? 11-yard line, first down and 10, as the Hawks are 1 yard away from, they were 1 yard away from making it goal to go.
Yeah, that was a nice run by Duncan. He actually, after contact, was able to get another 10 yards.
There's the snap by Chance Pierce. Ball's thrown. 10, 5, touchdown. Is that number 20, Artis Duncan again?
Back to Duncan.
Touchdown, Artis Duncan. And the lead is now 20-0 here in the Tater Q first quarter. If you're just tuning in, 3 touchdowns. One of them to Romello Boykin, who is now the all-time reception leader in Henderson Hawk history. The second one was a touchdown for about 30 yards or so by Brody Martinka. And now this one is in the flats to Artis Duncan. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up and good.
Yeah, that was Chance Pierce that threw that pass.
It was a touchdown pass from Chance Pierce. As our new score, Hendrickson 21, Cedar Creek 0. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more score updates around the district. You're listening to Hawk Football. We are back here, Hawkeye Story Network, in the Tater Q first quarter, where there's ones on the clock, 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining in the Tater Q first quarter. Some scores around the district as we're getting ready for the kickoff that follows the Artis Duncan touchdown. It scores around the district currently at Bob Shelton Stadium, the rivalry in Kyle. Lehman 7, Hayes 6. Over at Lion Stadium in Lockhart in the second quarter, consolidated 28, Lockhart 0. And then last night, back at the field in Pflugerville, it was Weiss winning 28-7, knocking off undefeated first place Anderson, with College Station idled tonight. There's the kick. It's caught at the 30-yard line by Cedar Creek. That's number 25. He's on the ground, and the ball still is in his arms, but that was very close. Tackle made on the play by Artis Duncan, who has been part of the last 3 plays for the Hawks. A long run, a touchdown pass from Chance Pierce, and then the kickoff return tackle. So 1:07 to go in the final game of the season. Dad, if you're the Hawks right now, you're up 21-0 in the first quarter. You don't want your foot off the gas because you're having fun. And sometimes, it's not about the score, but about having fun when Hendrickson was on this side of it, 3 weeks ago at College Station. If you're Hendrickson, what's your mindset right now?
Yeah, the Hendrickson Hawks look confident tonight. They're playing with just a lot of smooth professionalism.
There's pressure as the quarterback Thompson is sacked, making the sack on the play for Hendrickson. That's number 2, Maddox Quiller, and that is his second sack of the game. Second down, I believe, 15 with under 45 seconds to go in the Tater Q first quarter. Pretty good crowd here tonight for Cedar Creek, a team. It's senior night, and you want them to have a good crowd after winning last week. Plus, probably a lot of family and friends are out cheering their team on. You got to love it. So, second down and 15 to be exact. There's the snap as it's a handoff, blowing through the line, still on his feet. getting back to maybe the original line of scrimmage. Let's see where they mark him. That's the running back. As there's a lot of chippiness on the field, and there goes a flag. That looked like the guy could not get up, Dad, and I think Hendrickson player pushed him out of frustration. Jaden Wallace was the one that made the tackle for the Hawks. Let's see what this flag is.
Dead ball foul, number 76 on Cedar Creek. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 4th down.
So it was a penalty. Dad, it sounds like it was a penalty against Cedar Creek, number 76. So it's 4th down.
Yeah, that was a foul committed after the end of the play, personal foul for that bit of chippiness that was displayed there. Probably didn't initiate it, but was the one that got caught. That's how it usually works.
And this might do it for the end of the, when he signals the clock. Yep, that'll do it. There's zeros on the clock here in the Tater Q first quarter. Our score: Hendrickson 21, Cedar Creek 0. We'll go to the second as there's 3 quarters remaining in the Hawk football season. You're listening to Hawk Football. We are back here in the second quarter, the Hawkeye Story Network second quarter, as the ball's thrown on 4th down and 24. Is that 3rd down? The scoreboard says that was 4th down.
Yeah, I am not sure, Sam.
That's Hendrickson Hawk football, because here comes the defense. Oh, no, here comes the punt team, excuse me. It looked like one team was running off, but that was just the offense. So 11 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the Hawkeye Story Network second quarter. Hendrickson with the commanding 21-0 lead right now. They led, I think, what was it, 29 nothing, 36-0 after the first quarter last week. The ball's bobbled, still punted away. Amazing save and punt as it's going to bounce just outside the 35. I think he's at the 35. That was about a 65-yard punt. Wow. From Dad, the ball being bounced in front of him, literally in no man's land with 2 rushers, approaching him. He was able to still get it off and get a nice bounce.
Yeah, that punter was standing right on his own goal line, and the snap bounced in front of him, and he was able. Fortunately, he kind of did one of those steps to the right to punt. Otherwise, that punt would have been blocked. But he was able to get off a booming punt, 50-plus yards.
So here comes the offense. There's the snap to Pete Vallejo. It's a handoff. Still on his feet, 40, 45, 50. And that's, I believe, E.J. Neal Adams it is. And he goes out of bounds near the 40-yard line of Cedar Creek. Ryan Cavazos with the tackle.
Yeah, Ryan Cavazos was the last man between him and the end zone and made a nice knee-high tackle right at the sideline.
So 10:59 to go, Hawkeye Soaring Network, second quarter. As Pete Vallejo is lined up in the gun, E.J. Neal Adam to his right. There's the snap. Pete looks to throw. Ball's caught by number 15, Holden Calvert, where he is tackled on the play by Cedar Creek. That's Cavazos again. Holden Calvert, I believe, as the PA guy said Calvert, but I think it's Calvert. Regardless, nice first down and 10 by number 15, Calvert for the Hawks, and it is...
Yeah, Pete made a nice pass into the flat and had a nice gain on the play. Nice yards after catch.
So 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go as two tight ends move on the right side. That's Hicks and Trevor Morgan, as it's a ball, trick play thrown out of bounds, way out of bounds. That looks like a gadget play.
Yeah, Pete, it was just a play-action pass. He faked the handoff and rolled back to the left and chucked up a pretty long pass down the right sideline, but it was just over the receiver's outstretched hands. So incomplete pass, that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 on the 28-yard line of Cedar Creek.
So, yep, second down and 10, 10:22 to go here in the second quarter. There's the snap. Pete looking to throw. He hesitates, shovels his feet, takes off, 25, down to the 24. As there's probably a late flag. Right? I mean, there should be a flag. It looked like Pete got hit while he was already on the ground.
Yeah, that was a really close play, but I think the refs are keeping the laundry in their pockets. Isaiah Consino on the tackle. They're down to 5.
9 minutes, 52 seconds to go as the public address announcer said the time remaining. That's helpful with the... We tried setting up our camera tonight for the clock at least, not that game, but just the clock, and there was a huge glare. Two wide receivers on the right as Trevor Morgan goes from left to right in motion. The ball's thrown to Boykin, going up for it, making the catch as he's done all season. Touchdown, Romello Boykin, number 2, the all-time reception leader in Hendrickson Hawk history as of tonight, makes the catch. But there is a flag on the play. Could this be coming back on an offensive pass interference?
Where is the flag? Is that there in the end zone? Looks like...
yeah, it's right there next to the pylon on the right side.
So Pete threw that ball 35-plus yards. It was a 25-yard play.
So you would think this would be on the kickoff.
Yeah, that they called that a personal foul, unsportsmanlike penalty against Romello, I think. I didn't see what happened in the end zone, but he must have been accused of celebrating a little bit too much.
Well, it's 27-0 as Brendan Ricardo lines up for the extra point. Snap, hold, extra point is up, and good. Our new score, Hendrickson leads 28-0 with 9:29 to go here in the Hawkeye Soaring Network second quarter. Again, 28-0 Hawks lead, 9:29 to go in the Hawkeye Soaring Network second quarter. We'll step aside. This is Hendrickson Hawk football.
Welcome to the Victory Tap, a locally owned and operated sports bar. Located at 111 East Main Street in Pflugerville, Texas. Cold beverages, a full bar menu with awesome food and TVs everywhere. Along with a friendly staff here at Victory Tap. We are here to serve everyone like a winner. Since the inception of sports, athletes have dedicated themselves to being the best. Here at Victory Tap, we strive for the same dedication to be the best. With ice-cold beverages, incredible food, and great service. Come over to Victory Tap and let us take you to Victory Lane.
Hendrickson 28, Cedar Creek 0. As going back to last year's score, Dad, it is 95-0 in favor of the Hawks, as the Hawks won last year 77-0. Now they lead 28-0, and it has just not been very promising for the Cedar Creek Eagles in this game.
Right. So Hendrickson's scoring a touchdown it's like about every 4 minutes of clock time. So at that rate, we should pick up 2 more touchdowns and a field goal for half. And Hendrickson was penalized. They're going to be kicking off from their own 25-yard line. So Cedar Creek should get some good field position.
They should, unless it's a pooch squib. That's actually pretty deep for a squib, as it's caught at the 25 on his feet, down to the 40-yard line, making the tackle. That's Artis Duncan. I believe that's 20 Artis Duncan.
That was R.J. Torres on the return.
But I think Artis Duncan made the tackle.
Okay. Nice return, though, out to the 40-yard line. Gives Cedar Creek some good field position.
The bands are on the track warming up. Folks, if you've never been out to Bastrop Memorial Stadium, gorgeous sight tonight. They have a track around the field. Everyone in the press box has been, very welcoming. Great night for football. Here comes Thompson, the quarterback for the Eagles. There's the snap, as it's a handoff to the running back. That's number 2, Anthony Scott, and he is wrapped up on the play for the Hawks defense by Logan Ryle.
Yeah, Logan was in the backfield and could have almost taken that handoff. He was on top of the running back for Cedar Creek about as quickly as he got the ball.
So 2nd down and 11, 1-yard loss on the play. Coming up at the half here in about just over 8 minutes, which if the game keeps up this way, it might be another 30 minutes of real time. But coming up at the half, we will leave the crowd mic on for the band performing, and we'll probably make our way, hopefully, on the track to say some hello to some Hawk people. There's the ball. It's thrown. Nice catch, as it was in a danger zone. Nice catch there. I believe that was one of the tight ends.
Number 3 made that catch for Cedar Creek.
R.J. Torres, the senior wide receiver. Nice throw there in the pocket by Thompson.
That was Caleb Davis on the defense for the Hawks.
That'll make a 3rd down and 3 for the Eagles.
Yeah, pick up about 8 yards.
As looks like there's an injured player on the field, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Hawk Football. We are back after the injured players now off the field. 3rd down and 3 for the Eagles. It looks like he might have it. The ref is at the line to gain. It is.
That was Isaiah Consino that took the direct snap and just ran it right up the middle. Looked like he got enough for the 1st down, and he did. They're going to give it to him. Right across midfield at Hendrickson's 49-yard line.
So 1st down and 10. Cedar Creek, under 8 minutes to go here in the final half of the season for your Hawks, 28-0. Knock on wood, Dad. The lights have held up tonight where, a week ago they had to postpone the game to Saturday, Pflugerville versus Bastrop with light issues. There's the snap. It's a Wildcat. That's Anthony Scott, who takes it across the 45 where he's wrapped up.
You sure about that? That was number 0, Isaiah Cancino again. Number 0.
On the run?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's 2 plays in a row. He's just taking a direct snap. He is.
You're right. That
he's
is
showing
0.
us a linebacker on the position chart, and it looks like our quarterback is now coming back into the game, Greg Thompson.
On the sheet I typed up from X Preps, he's a running back.
Okay, well, he's one of those
Athletes.
athletes. I was going to say a Swiss Army knife.
There's the snap. It's a handoff. Taking it up the middle, close to first down, maybe 2 to 3 yards short. And the tackle made, that was Khalil Stewart. And 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, short gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 yards for Cedar Creek.
So again, the Hawkeye Story Network second quarter, 6 minutes, 9 seconds to go. There's the snap, ball's thrown, caught by number 4 for Cedar Creek. That's Daniel Espinal. And he's going to be short.
No, he fumbled the ball, and they are going to say it is Pflugerville Hendrickson's ball. The side judge made the call pointing towards favorability to Hendrickson, but now the refs are getting together to talk about it. So let's see how this plays out.
I looked down to see who made the catch, and then looked up and I see Hendrickson celebrating.
Yep.
As Chance Pierce is already out there with his offense lined up at the line of scrimmage, ready to go.
The refs have decided it is Hendrickson ball. So, yeah, the receiver came down with the ball, took a couple of steps, and on the tackle, I didn't catch the number of the tackler, but he was able to knock the ball loose, and it went right to the sideline, but stayed in bounds, just enough for the Hendrickson player to get a hand on it.
So 28-0 Hendrickson, as this game is a lot more relaxing on the road than the College Station Consolidated game. 2 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. That's Calvert in motion from left to right. There's the snap as Chance Pierce looks to throw to the right. He's pressured, and he is wrapped up on the play where he goes down at the 44-yard line. That's number 44, I believe, on the tackle.
I got number 52.
52.
There was
Flores.
several Eagles on that play. So
Here comes Pete Vallejo checking into the game at quarterback. Both quarterbacks tonight, Dad, getting a lot of in an even number of snaps. It seems.
Right. Yeah, after last week, they took turns. Chance Pierce went in the first half, and the score was so out of hand by the time second half rolled around. Pete came in. Pete didn't get much action. They were on a quick clock or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think this little continuity issue, maybe it, but it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. Both players have been pretty effective tonight, and it looks like Hendrickson picked up another unsportsmanlike penalty, personal foul or something, because they just walked off another 15 yards on the Hawks. So it looks like it's going to be second and forever.
5 minutes, 40 seconds to go as it looks like there's a running clock. There's the snap. It's a handoff. Cutting to the outside. That's E.J. Neal Adams, I believe. Was that 27?
He was, yes, that was number 27. He was smothered. I see a number of Eagles on the tackle. Number 1, Tyler Stubblefield, got up off the bottom of that stack. But I don't think he gained anything, and that's now 3rd and 31.
Last game of the year. Let's see what the Hawks can bring out.
I say let's just send everybody along and let Pete chuck it up here.
I like it. If you're just tuning in, Hendrickson 28, Cedar Creek 0, 4:52 to go. There's the snap as Pete chunks it up to Romello Boykin, who's held. There's the flag at the 45, and the Hawks team, including Trevor Morgan, was waiting for it. Dad, you called it. We snapped the ball, and Pete chunked it up.
Yep. And Romello had his man beat, but the pass was underthrown, and he actually was slowing down to make a play on the ball, and the defender ran right over him, causing the flag. So that's going to give the Hawks first down.
That was 3rd and 31.
Yep.
A backbreaker for an Eagles team that has probably seen the field more right now than the what is it, the grass crew?
Yep. Yep. So, in retrospect, it was the right thing to do. That was a 31-yard pass play. Would have moved the ball into the Eagles' territory, but they come back down to the line of scrimmage, walk off 15 yards, and give Hendrickson the first down. So they'll have the ball at their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
And correction, there is no running clock. It's the incompletion made the clock stop. So
Yep.
There's the snap as Holden Honick goes into jet sweep formation, but it's a quarterback keeper.
Yep.
By Pete, and he is met at the line of scrimmage by Dylan Redmond. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half. I got to say, I don't know how many fans have come out to Cedar Creek games, but this is a really nice crowd.
Yeah, I agree. The fans have shown up tonight, and I know their team has had a struggle this year, but it's good to see a lot of support and backing by the community.
The win last week, I'm sure, got them excited.
Yeah.
So 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 to the left. In the pistol formation, there's the snap. Ball's thrown, incomplete, intended for Calvert, and that was 3rd down. And here you would think comes the punt team, but let's see what the Hawks like to do. If this was the College Station Consolidated game, the Hawks would be going for it, but we'd also probably be against a tougher opponent.
3rd down? This is 3rd down, or is this 4th?
I think I thought it was 3rd, but I thought that was 3rd down, but I guess this is 3rd. But if it was 4th, I could see a pooch kick by Pete.
No.
3 wide on the right. There's the snap. Pete looks to throw. He throws the ball. That ball's caught across the 50-yard line. 45. Couldn't see a jersey number on that.
Number 18.
Number 18 for Hendrickson making the catch. That's Weston Sawyer.
Nice yards after catch to pick up the first down.
They said Trevor Morgan. I guess that was Trevor Morgan on the catch.
I had number 15. That's okay.
So here we go. 3:37 to go. 1st down and 10. There's the snap. As it's a handoff up the middle. Is that E.J. Neal Adams again?
Yeah, that was Chance back in, the handoff to E.J., as you said, E.J. Neal Adams.
So E.J. took it for about 2 yards. The Hawks right now look like they have no urgency. They want to, no doubt they want to score, but they're not like, Dad, this is this different offense right now than we saw in the Lehman first half, where it was like every play was, the first play was a deep ball to what seemed like Romello Boykin or Braden Mueller. And we haven't seen Braden really play tonight. I wonder if he's a little banged up or he's number 3. There's the snap as Honick is in motion. It's a handoff. I believe that's Brody Martinka. Crosses the 45. Still going. I believe that was 23 with the carry.
Oh.
There's a flag. I think this might be on Cedar Creek, but then again, they still have a player down.
Yeah, that was number 23 for Hendrickson.
Brody Martinka.
Yeah, on the carry. And there was a pile of players right there, a scrum going on, and 2 refs threw the flag, so not sure
Coach,
what happened there.
I believe that's Coach Pierce at the 37-yard line trying to get it.
Yeah, that penalty is going to go against Cedar Creek, personal foul,
And the-
unnecessary roughness.
The
So-
coaching staff for Cedar Creek, Dad, sorry to cut you off, is not happy, but the head coach at the 30 was pumping his fist at the air, and the other 2 coaches were screaming at the officials as they run to the sidelines. Their head coach for Cedar Creek wants an explanation. That's Jared Shaw, the head coach. He's at the 28-yard line right now trying to plead his case on the penalty. Not going to get an answer he wants, and so he makes his way back to the sidelines. Now he's going to the sideline judge at the 15 where the ball will be placed for the Hawks. So 2:48 to go as the clock ticks away. First down and 10, Hendrickson in motion. That's Trevor Morgan. There's the snap as Chance Pierce rolls to the left. He's pressured. Now rolls to the right. Throws the ball. Has Mello. Makes the catch. Touchdown. They're saying incomplete as it looked like it hit him right in the chest. And, the ball did come out. But
Romello did get up above the defender and looks like he was going to come down with it, but the defender back there was able to separate him from the ball. So incomplete play.
2 minutes, 31 seconds to go here in the Hawkeye Story Network second quarter. Hendrickson up 28-0 in a game that they have been in full control in.
Yeah, Chance Pearson, the quarterback, is 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line.
There's the snap, handoff to Martinka, who crosses the 15 and is wrapped up on the play. Nice tackle there by Isaiah Cancino. That might have been the last play of the second quarter.
And Hawks gain 1 yard, 3rd down and 9.
What?
There's still 2 minutes left.
Yeah, but we have not the second quarter, the 2-minute warning I meant. You're looking at me like I was crazy, but now I understand what I meant. That was the last play of the 2-minute warning as whoever's in charge of the clock let it go to the minute 58 second.
Okay.
So now we're at the 2-minute timeout after the late season hiccups. You're listening to Hawk Football. We are back here, HHS Network, at the 2-minute timeout here in the first half. Hendrickson leads 28-0, and they look like they're trying to punch this in on 3rd down and 9 from their own 14-yard line. There's the snap to Pierce, throws the ball. It's caught, and crossing the goal line, is that Mello, or who was that?
Yeah, it was Romello. He did catch the ball right at the 1-yard line, was able to battle his way across the goal line. Touchdown, Hawks.
So Romello Boykin with his 3rd touchdown of the game, I believe. Is that number 3?
I lost count, but
I think he had one on the first play where it was like the little pivot where he took it about 65 yards. Then he had the one over here where we thought it was offensive pass interference, but it was unsportsmanlike conduct, and then he just had that one. So 3 touchdowns tonight for number 0.
Nice pass by Chance Pierce too. It was just a short out route, kind of a curl right at the goal line. And
there's the snap, the hold. Extra point is on the way, and it is good by Vernon Ricardo. Our new score, Hendrickson 35, Cedar Creek 0. You're listening to Hendrickson Hawk Football. We are back here on the Hawkeye Story Network. A minute 52 to go. Again, sorry for no clock tonight. The camera that we used to shine the footage on the clock, or video of the clock, was having a huge glare. There's the kick. It's a pooch kick caught at the 24-yard line, making the tackle for the Hendrickson Hawks. I believe that was Artis Duncan again, number 20, who's made like the last 4 kickoff tackles, and he is just running off the field with excitement. And his senior game, probably trying to set a record, trying to get the offensive coordinator back in here to tell me that he's broken a record. And this team, you would have thought, folks, this team was playing for a playoff spot tonight because they're out there having fun, and they're not letting anything past them right now. Dad, let's talk about this first half with a $1:48 to go. What do you like? What do you like so far in this half?
Hendrickson is in complete control of this game. They're not in a hurry. They're taking care of business, and they just look solid.
There's the snap, as it's a handoff, and that could have been a late contact. But I feel like you said, the fans that we can hear through our crowd, Mike, they want a whistle.
Yeah, that was an interesting play. Number 12 for Hendrickson. Brayton Bryce.
Braylon Bryce.
He wrapped up the player. Looks like it was going to be a short game, but that there was looks like it must have been enough yards after catch to give the Eagles a first down. So, and then a lot of slowness and uncertainty, like something happened, but
the game stopped.
We do have a timeout on the field, so not sure what's going on.
It's kind of weird, but we'll pause and
Maybe
we'll be right.
Do you think the Eagles, they call a timeout?
I don't think so.
So now the sidelines are showing the down marker at 2nd and 5 yards to go with the ball at the 31-yard line. So we'll find out here shortly.
Well, again, coming up at the half, we'll take a break, and depending on how the crowd sound is, because it's close to there's a lot of people in the stands, a lot of conversations, which it's hard to hear straight up conversations when the band's playing. But we'll probably leave our crowd mic on, turn it down enough to not hear conversations, but hear playing, and then we'll probably get some exercise and get maybe an ice cream bar or something. Stretch our legs, enjoy the final game of the season for the Hawks. We'll try to also get a score update for you from the girls' basketball game, if we can, as they tip off their season at Westlake tonight, Dad. So, a minute 38 to go after the stoppage of play. 2 receivers on the right, 2 to the left. There's the snap. Ball's thrown. Caught. Incomplete. He had his guy. He had his man, number 4, Daniel Espinal, open, but it sailed out of bounds off of his hands, maybe a little high. If you're the Eagles, Dad, right now, you don't want to turn the ball over on like an interception for a touchdown, but you also don't want to give Hendrickson the ball back with a minute and a half to go.
Right.
Which I'm still a little confused on that previous stoppage of play, because it was a handoff, I believe, that got him 5 yards on first down to make it 2nd and 5 before the incompletion, and the clock just stopped unless they called timeout.
I think Cedar Creek called timeout.
Cedar Ridge, which that's our next basketball opponent. There's a flag back by the official at midfield. Let's see what this is. Maybe a false start.
Yeah, that's what you would expect to stop the play.
Delay game.
Pre-snap penalty. That backs the ball back up to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10 now for your Cedar Creek.
Eagle fans tuning in.
Eagles.
So, before I forget, my buddy Josh Motes, who's come on to the radio for baseball playoffs last year that was in Kansas City, it's his birthday today. So I want to give Josh a shout-out. Gave him a shout-out on his birthday last year when we played this team at Pflugerville last year on Thursday night. This year we play him on his birthday again. So Josh Motes, seems like it's a birthday tradition now that the Hawks play the Cedar Creek Eagles on your birthday. So happy 33rd birthday, Josh. Josh, Dad, any words for Mr. Josh Motes on his birthday?
Yeah, happy birthday, Josh. I got to get back to this football game now. So nice run by number 2 to get 3 yards to make it a 4th down. Cooper Rodriguez and Davin Ponce met Mr. number 2 right at the 30-yard line, 4th down.
So I think the Hawks called timeout because they have 1 left. Yeah, so I think on that first down play, Henderson called timeout.
Maybe so.
Because they're to the right of the
Yeah, I see the little hash marks.
Yeah, I need to update this on my.
Yep.
So Henderson has 1 remaining, where Cedar Creek has 2.
Minute 18 to go in the second quarter, and Henderson are thinking they score another touchdown.
So back to return the punt. I believe is that Maddox Wheeler back there, or is that J.G. Green? It's a high snap, but nice punt. That's J.G. Green. Is that 17?
17.
Yeah, that's J.G. Green waiting for it. It's going to bounce to about the 31-yard line. Haven't really got to say J.G. Green's name tonight. So 63 seconds to go here in the Hawkeye Throwing Network second quarter. Hawks up by 35 points. 2 weeks ago, Dad, they led 56-0 at the half. Not going to get to 56 this week, which a lot of that was helped out by some muffs on some kickoffs. If you're the Hawks right now, do you go deep or do you try to they called timeouts to try to get the ball back, so you would think.
Yeah, they have 1 timeout left, 1 minute 3 seconds from their own 37-yard line, so they've got plenty of time. They are going to have to hustle it up, but they do have time to work out a drive.
There looks like there's an injured Henderson Hawk player on the field. We'll pause and step aside for a moment. You're listening to Hawk Football. Welcome back to Hawkeye Throwing Network. Henderson just got the ball back on a punt, and then there was an injured Hawk on the field. He is now off the field. In motion, there's the snap as ball's thrown. That's Calvert, and it's incomplete. He had him, but he was 3 steps behind the ball. But nice design there, as it looked like Boykin was a decoy, and Calvert went up the field and was wide open. Just a little overthrown.
That was a nice long pass Pete chucked out there. It hit down around the 20-yard line, so it was about 50 yards in the air by my calculation.
I think that's a very good calculation. And again, I was watching Romello Boykin I'm sure along with most of these Cedar Creek players on the sidelines, on the field, and the fans, and then you see Calvert just blow up the middle. There's the snap. Ball's thrown. Caught at the 43-yard line, out of bounds near the line to gain. Let's see if it's a first down. It looks like he's going to be a yard or 2 short. Is that Trevor Morgan on the catch? What number is that?
That's number 10.
Is that 10, Trevor Morgan? So Trevor Morgan on the little out route on the right side of the field. 3rd down and 3 for the Henderson Hawks. 46 seconds remaining, first half. There's the snap to Pete. As he's rolling to the backwards, throws the ball, has Boykin. The ball is caught. 15, 10, 5, touchdown number 4 on the night for Romello Boykin. No flags as 2 linemen share a hug at the 40-yard line. One jogs off and the rest run to the end zone for the extra point. Dad, 4 touchdowns tonight.
That touchdown's going to count, but they did throw a flag on Romello after the touchdown score. He decided to celebrate and got down on the ground and did one of those little little fishing snail move things, and the ref was right there and flew through the flag. But beautiful play, nice pass by Pete, long, and perfect timing to Romello, and Romello just cruised right into the end zone.
Well, it's his last game. Let him have fun, right?
Yeah.
He's disqualified?
They just kicked him out of the game that's his second unsportsmanlike penalty. Wow.
That is incredible.
Well,
that's a bummer, but 4 touchdowns tonight, 41-0, as there's the snap, the hold, the extra point is up and good.
And the kick is good by number 45.
It is 42-0 now with 38 seconds to go in the first half. As if you're a Hawk fan, you're happy with the score, but you hear the disqualification and your heart stops for a second because you got to feel for that young man in his final game, just having some fun.
yeah, but I'm watching Romello now over on the sidelines. The refs just came over and consoled him a little bit because you can tell he's trying to laugh it off, but he would have liked to have played in that second half. And so,
well, again,
unfortunate happening there.
It's not like you know how they have that targeting rule in college, where you get called for targeting, you got to sit out the first half of the next game. Even if it's in a bowl game, it's the first half of the next year.
Yeah.
And so for him, if this was that targeting call, there is no next year for him. So it's like his season's done now. His career at Hendrickson's now done.
Yeah. And you have to believe. Now I don't know if he was received communication that said, "Look, you've already got one. You get one more, and you're going to be, pulled out of this game." So to me, it's a learning experience for the coaches too. He should have been warned by his coaching staff that you've got one strike. Tighten it up out there, and he just got caught up in the moment and made a mistake. And we'll watch the second half from the sidelines.
Well, there's still 38 seconds to go as this game started an hour and 18 minutes ago. Luckily, tomorrow's Saturday. And there's the kick. It's caught at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Still on his feet, down near the 45 of Hendrickson. Let's see if Cedar Creek Dad can make some noise. Was that RJ Torres?
Yes, RJ on the return there. I didn't get the tackle.
So RJ Torres on the return. Let's see if the Cedar Creek Eagles dad try to score. I mean, they're inside Hawk territory.
And they've got time too, so this quarterback for Cedar Creek, I haven't really seen him put any long tosses on the ball, but we'll see what happens here.
Well, we're 31 seconds away from a halftime performance and a break for us to get our legs moving. And 42-0 Hawks lead on the road in their final game of the season as there's a timeout called by Cedar Creek, their second of the half. And kind of an unusual timeout, but it's use it or lose it. But either he saw something he didn't like, or he's pulling something out of the John Madden playbook right now. The annexation of Puerto Rico, as they say in that movie, which is the deep ball.
And supporting the AISD students. The building a letter tomorrow together.
Yeah, it's called The Annexation of Puerto Rico. The trick play from the 1994 movie Little Giants, which was the game-winning play for the listeners out there, the youngsters.
Gotcha.
So who knows? I mean, if they come out and score in a trick play right here, it would not surprise me, because why would you call timeout right there unless they had too many men off the field or something?
Yep.
So let's see. You would hope there's not blown coverage there. It would honestly be disappointing / kind of cool to see if they did some sort of trick play here. So in motion comes their tailback. Ball's thrown. It was a nice design play. They had a man open, but nice defense there, as there was a bunch of Henderson Hawks there. That was intended for Dow. 24 seconds to go, first half.
Yeah, that was a perfectly thrown ball. Dow hit him right, and he had a step on the defender and hit him right in the hands. He just evidently was thinking touchdown before he caught the ball.
Yeah. So 24 seconds to go. First half. There's the snap. Pressured. Ball's thrown. Incomplete. Going down on the play. Making the tackle. That's number 61 for the Hendrickson Hawks. I don't have him. Is that a 61? Or 51. That was 51. Court Ryland, the junior linebacker with the pressure, laying the hit on the quarterback.
Gotcha.
And ball was thrown, and there was no man there because it was way underthrown after the hit on the quarterback. 20 seconds to go. Again, Dad, 20 seconds to go. If you're the Eagles, you don't want to further disaster. There's the handoff.
Nice run up the middle. He's still on his feet.
And
He's
going down, they have one timeout left. They're going to use it probably right now. 12 seconds to go. If I'm the Cedar Creek Eagles, field goal, right? Try field goal.
Well, they're at the 26-yard line, so it'd be a 36.
43 yards. Timeout, Cedar Creek with 8 seconds to go.
Yeah, I hadn't seen their kicker in the warm-ups, but he is over on the sideline and kicking into the net. So he's getting ready. But I've seen there he goes. He's coming out to the huddle now, and
what number
looks
is
like
he?
He's number 33. You see him jogging.
Try to say his last name. I tried saying it earlier.
Sakatumi. Maynard Sakatumi.
Well, I bet they say his name here in a second.
So they're going to have set up to kick from the 33-yard line. So you're right, 43-yard field goal.
As Henderson's going to try to ice him right here.
Yep. They'll use their final timeout to think about it.
So 8 seconds to go. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Hendrickson 42 in a game where Romello Boykin became the all-time receptions leader in Hendrickson Hawk history. 4 touchdowns in the first half, but unfortunately got called on 2 unsportsmanlike penalties, being ejected from the game. So 8 seconds away, and then we'll keep I believe we'll keep our crowd mic on, but we'll wait until the bands play. We'll see. Might just keep it off tonight, and
All right, so players are back on the field, and we're setting up. Ref blows the let's play whistle.
43-yard field goal attempt, right hash. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. It looks like it's way short. It is no good. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and he had a leg on it, but it looked like it was way short off the leg of him.
The snap was a little high, and it took the setter a little bit of time to get the ball down, and it caused that kicker to pause. He still got it. Looked to me like it just had enough distance, but what was wide left. So
2 seconds to go here in the first half. If I'm Henderson, I would take a knee, but at the same time, send your fastest receiver deep and just throw it deep again. Why not, right? I mean, there is no tomorrow.
I think we're going to see a kneel down, though. But Pete is lined up in the shotgun, but you can see it looks like we're in a prevent formation, and Pete will take the snap and take a knee, and that'll run out the first half clock.
That'll do it for the first half of play. We'll go into the half. Hendrickson leads 42-0 here on the road at Bastrop Memorial Stadium. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you. Enjoy your halftime show, folks. This is Hawk Football.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Robert E. Hendrickson Hawk Band and the Silver Dancers of Pflugerville, Texas. At this time, please welcome to the field the Hendrickson High School Silver Dancers. The 25-26 Silver Dancers are led by officers Captain Maggie Stedman, First Lieutenant Devon Milligan, and Junior Lieutenant Shiley Navarro. Our social officers include President Amron Coonan, Vice President Drew Shirley, Social Officer Peyton Malone. The Silver Dancers are under the direction of Autumn Fleet and Mario Schneider. Our Spirit Girl of the Week is Madison Hastings. The Silver Dancer of the Week is Shiley Navarro. And the Director's Penguin of the Week is Terry Gatahi. And now, please enjoy as the Silver Dancers perform their traditional routine to All Along the Watchtower. Let's hear it for the Hendrickson High School Silver Dancers. Each game, the Hawk Band honors students who go above and beyond for the program. Our first year Hawk Band Member of the Week is Rylan Malik. Our Guard Member of the Week is Ari Series. The Percussion Member of the Week is Rylan Smith. The Hawk Band Member of the Week is B. Wilson. And the Section of the Week is the Seniors. Drum majors Chloe Dixon, Liam Hackett, Edison Tao, and Jackson Williams. Is your band ready? The Hawk Band is proud to present their 2025 production entitled Emergence. band is under the direction of Dean Surface, Isaac Medina, Nicole Davis, Nathan Zagora, and Tom Jackson. The Hawk Band would like to express our thanks to the PFISD Department of Fine Arts and all of our amazing Hawk Band boosters, parents, and volunteers for all of their support. Go Hawks!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And now, please welcome onto the field the award-winning Cedar Creek Eaglettes. Under the direction of Head Director Ms. Anna Zamora and Assistant Director Ms. Reina Perez. The Eaglettes are accompanied tonight by the Cedar Creek High School Band. The 2025-2026 social officers are Estrella Garcia, Isabela Perez, and Social President Carlos Amarillo. The Eaglettes are being led onto the field by Lieutenant Sofia Morales, First Lieutenant Jocelyn Aguilera, and our 2025-2026 Eaglettes Captain Karina Villegas. Each week, the Eaglettes select the members who stand out above the rest in practice. These individuals are hardworking and live by the high standards set forth by the Eaglettes organization. Sunshine of the Week is Abby Plummer. Eaglet of the Week is Allie Howell. Officer of the Week is Isabela Bueno. Tonight marks a special moment as we honor our seniors taking the field for their final performance. These outstanding young women are Senior Jocelyn Aguilera, Senior Estrella Garcia, and Senior Allie Howell. These Eaglettes have led with pride, grace, and dedication. Let's show them all the love as they shine onto the field one last time. The Eaglettes will be performing a jazz field routine to feel this moment. Take it away, ladies. sponsors. Thank you for all your support. Please welcome to the field the Creek Sound Marching Band and Color Guard. The band would like to congratulate the section of the week, the seniors. The woodwind member of the week is Amaris Fester. The brass member of the week is Jack Mark. The percussion member of the week is Edward Colvin. The guard member of the week is Patricia Aguilar. Thank you for all your outstanding work. Now, we are excited to share with you the 2025 Creek Sound Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors, senior Crystal Guerrero Montalongo, senior Alberto Vera, and senior Sarah Neggs. The band will be performing for the final time their marching show titled Wish You Were Here, featuring How Fervent Is My Longing by Johann Sebastian Bach, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, Letter from Home by Pat Metheny, and Joy from Awakening by Joseph Correa. Our soloists for tonight are Marvin Sarmiento Reyes on flute, senior Yolette Hernandez on clarinet, Alan Mata on alto saxophone, and Megan Cordero on baritone saxophone and piano. We hope you enjoyed your 2025 program, Wish You Were Here.
are back here on the Hawkeye Soaring Network for tonight's season finale here inside Bastrop Memorial Stadium in Cedar Creek, Texas, for tonight's game as the Hawks look to get back to 500 in district play and overall. Dad, let's recap the first half real quick. So there's 42 points on the scoreboard, 4 touchdowns by Romello Boykin, 1 by, I believe, Artis Duncan, and 1 by E.J. Neal Adams. If you're the Hawks right now, it's the last 2 quarters of the season. Going back to the Lehman game, Dad, 2 weeks ago, it was 63-0 final, plus 42. Is that 105 points? It's 105-0 Hendrickson in the last 6 quarters. What are your thoughts?
Oh, Sam. It's been enjoyable the last 2 games. It's kind of sad to see the season coming to an end, and it is nice to see the team finish out on a couple of high notes.
Well, Dad, as your son, I had to throw a haymaker at you there for fun because it's been a fun journey. It's been a fun ride, literally, because you've been my driver the last 3 road games. So it's been a fun ride.
You're welcome.
And, again, for the listeners out there, my dad, Mark, retired in August and is enjoying retirement and has joined me as a spotter for half the games and then, play-by-play color commentator the last 2 games. So very blessed, very thankful. And just maybe I could get him to maybe a basketball game to hang out and watch, or baseball, whatever. I'm happy he's here and it's fun, Dad. So, Dad, again, 42-0 as both teams are making their way onto the field. Here comes Cedar Creek. Hendrickson's already ran onto the field with, I think their tunnel was down.
Yeah, they aired it up early on, and I think they made some kind of game time decision to not use it tonight. So it's in the process of being packed up.
And it looks like it's on its last. I think it had its last game maybe 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And along with the Halloween decorations, it'll be put away soon. Well, both teams are getting ready to take the field. We'll pause 10 seconds for a quick station identification here. You're listening to Henderson Hawk Football. We are back here on the Hawkeye Story Network. Dad, take it away.
Well, Cedar Creek Eagles did win the toss, and will be receiving the ball here in the start of the 3rd quarter. Hendrickson is now lining up to kick with the wind at their backs. Wind is blowing out of the northwest, and there is the kick. It's a pooch kick caught at the 25. Out across the 35, and he'll be swarmed under there. Looks like number 27 for Hendrickson getting off the bottom of that tackle.
So it's 27.
E.J.
Neal Adams.
I don't know these players. So I have to refer to my lineup sheet.
Well, I'll ask you the same thing I usually ask Coach Cross, Dad. So if you're in the locker room last half of the season, what do you think Coach Pierce's message was? 42-0.
Let's play another half the ball, boys.
I think that's a good answer, and it's there's no playoffs. Let's go out, have fun, not take our foot off the gas. There's the snap, handoff to the running back, Anthony, and it looks like he got the running back there got leveled. And good sportsmanship by the defensive tackler,
Yeah, I didn't get a tackle. That was actually number 0 on the carry.
Isaiah Consino. He got leveled by the defensive player for Henderson, but then the defensive player that made the tackle helped him back up. So it's going to be 2nd down and 3 for the Eagles. So 2nd down and 3. There's the snap. It's a handoff, and the ball came loose as Adrian Hines, number 37, says it was Henderson's ball. But
yeah, Anthony Scott was on the carry, and number 2, Maddox Quiller, actually came up and ripped the ball out, but the refs says no, he was already down. So it was a nice strip by Quiller. First down on the play. What's going on? It was a nice strip by Quiller. First down on the play. Short gain on the play by Cedar Creek.
We were having some technical difficulties. If you could hear me talking a second ago, there was a static, what sounds like static on our radio. And if it is, it should be fixed now if there is. There's the snap. It's a handoff, and taking it to near the 50-yard line. And it is going to be 3rd down, making the tackle. That's Nathan Fuentes, number 66.
Yeah, on this drive, Cedar Creek has been going to Cancino in the backfield, number 0, and he's a downhill runner. Both of the Cedar Creek players have been showing a lot of downhill running capability.
So there's the snap. Ball's thrown, caught. Nice catch there by, is that number? Caleb Dow, the sophomore, makes a beautiful catch. Adrian Hines on the tackle. So 1st down and 10, Cedar Creek, 9 minutes, 25 seconds to go as I fixed the scoreboard.
Cedar Creek's putting together a nice little drive here, 1st and 10 on the Hendrickson 40. And short run over the right tackle, number 2, Scott.
I found the static problem. The laptop was on the cord, so it was causing it to go.
Okay.
So we got it fixed. Again, hiccups late in the season. So it's going to be
39-yard line, 2nd down.
As the PA announcer just said, 2nd down and 10 for the Cedar Creek Eagles here in their final game of the season, just like your Henderson Hawks. It's 42-0 Henderson here in the victory tap 3rd quarter. There's the snap, and it's a handoff, maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage where he is wrapped up by, it looked like he was still going.
No, they called, the ref said no, he was stopped.
Andre Nwagu, the athlete that had the pick 6 3 weeks ago at A&M Consolidated, had the tackle on the play.
Yeah, the runner, the defense has stopped the forward progress, and refs blew the play dead. But 0 wasn't ready to stop. Cancino wasn't ready to stop and took off around left tackle.
So if you're just tuning in, again, 42-0, 7 minutes, 53 seconds to go. There's the snap. Thompson throws. Ball is way out of bounds. In the coverage was Adrian Hines and Khalil Stewart for the Henderson Hawks, number 37 and 7. And it went out of bounds. Pass was intended for, that was Caleb Dow, looks like to be their go-to wide receiver. And it is 4th down and 11. Looked like the head coach for Lehman, that's Jared Shaw, was thinking about it, decides to bring out the punt team.
Cedar Creek.
Cedar Creek. Did I say Lehman?
It's okay.
It is okay. It is Cedar Creek that we're playing, and I was thinking Lehman because I was looking at their score a few minutes ago. There's whistles as there's a...
Yeah, Cedar Creek used up too much time on that snap, didn't get it off before the play clock was down to 0. So they're going to be backed up 5 yards.
Number 33, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
And the ball's at the 40-yard line. Hendrickson is going to accept this penalty, and it's going to be walked off back to the Hendrickson 45. We'll punt it again.
So it's going to be 4th down, 7 minutes, 43 seconds to go as the clock continues to tick. There's the snap. Ball is nearly blocked. Waiting for it. It bounces. And Cedar Creek was hoping it touched the foot of a Hawk, but it bounces all the way down to the 2-yard line. There's no flags. Beautiful kick there.
Yeah, that punter had a nice forward spin on the ball because it hit at about the 20-yard line and was let to bounce, and it, like you said, went all the way down to the Hendrickson 2-yard line where they'll take over. 98 yards to go.
So 98 yards, as you just said, Dad, and Hendrickson has the ball. Well, let's see who comes in quarterback. That looks like Chance Pierce with E.J. Neal Adams out there in the backfield with him. If you're just tuning in, 4 touchdowns tonight by Romilla Boykin. Unfortunately, 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties got him disqualified in the game, so he is out of the game. But in motion comes number 88. Is that 88 Hackard, I believe?
80.
80, J.J. Costin, and there's the snap. Ooh. Jordan Costin, a.k.a. J.J. Costin.
Yeah, we've got a couple of players banged up on that play for Hendrickson. So looks like we're going to have a stoppage of play.
Yeah, it looks like there's someone down, and here comes the trainers for Hendrickson. We'll take a break. You're listening to Hawk Football.
Welcome to the Victory Tap, a locally owned and operated sports bar. Located at 111 East Main Street in Pflugerville, Texas. Cold beverages, a full bar menu with awesome food and TVs everywhere. Along with a friendly staff here at Victory Tap. We are here to serve everyone like a winner. Since the inception of sports, athletes have dedicated themselves to being the best. Here at Victory Tap, we strive for the same dedication to be the best. With ice-cold beverages, incredible food, and great service. Come over to Victory Tap and let us take you to Victory Lane.
We are back as there's the snap to Pete Vallejo. It's a handoff. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Still on his feet, and he goes down. That's E.J. Neal Adams goes down near the 30-yard line. He had 2 guys basically on both sides of him probably running at the same speed, and he was just running out of gas as he was getting closer to the red zone, and he got tackled by, I believe, 2 Cedar Creek Eagles. Dad, what a run there. That was just...
75 yards by my math.
He shot out of a cannon there. So there's 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. There's the snap as Pete throws. He actually holds on to it. Now he throws, and that ball is incomplete as Pete goes down near the 40-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Hendrickson Hawks at the 26 of Cedar Creek. A game that the Hawks have dominated from the start with 6:33 to go in the ball game. I mean, in the third quarter, excuse me. Victory Tap third quarter.
Yeah, a little chippiness going on out there. I don't think Pete was too happy with the way that tackle was applied. And refs have stopped the game. There's one ref having a conversation with Vallejo in the backfield. Now the entire Hendrickson team has come over to find out what's going on. So head ref is off talking to our coaches, and they are huddled up trying to get all this sorted out. I didn't see a flag on the play, but there definitely was some discussion, yes, going on.
Extracurricular activities, as my mic was turned off for a second. But just to summarize that drive so far, it was I believe it was a second down or third down for the Hawks inside their own 5, and then shooting out of a cannon was E.J. Neal Adams all the way to the Cedar Creek 30-yard line, where now it is second down and 10 after the incompletion from Pete Vallejo, where Chance Pearson and Pete Vallejo have just been alternating on quarterback on each drive almost the entire game. There's the snap. It's high. Pete has it as it's on the ground. He rolls to the right, still on his feet, where he is met by number, is that 82? 52 for Cedar Creek. That's Alejandro Flores, the junior defensive lineman with the tackle. Now it's going to be third down and 10 for the Hawks. 6:10 to go in the Victory Tap third quarter. Josh Motes, if you're tuning in, here's another shout-out for you. Happy 33rd birthday. And, you know, again, it seems like it's a tradition now with Hendrickson playing Cedar Creek on your birthday. As last year, we played them at the field on a Thursday night, gave you a shout-out. This year, it's Friday night. So happy birthday, Josh Motes. Hope you enjoyed your day, and hopefully your wife, Paige, made you a very nice dinner. So we'll pause again. When we come back, we'll have 6 minutes, 5 seconds to go for you here on the Hawk High Story Network in the Victory Tap third quarter. This is Hawk Football. We are back here on the Hawkeye Story Network. Dad, during the break, we were talking about what led into the timeout. For the listeners, can you describe what you were telling me?
Yeah, what I saw, the last two plays, Pete twice has been attempted a pass and got tackled, and apparently he thought was a little too rough. They got into another scrum down on after second down. No flags are thrown. Hendrickson ended up calling a timeout, and the coach brought his team over and said, "Okay, guys, calm down. Let's get back to playing football." So we're back now, waiting for the ref to get this field set, and ref says, "Run the clock." Here we go.
So here we go. 6 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the third quarter. In motion from right to left goes Trevor Morgan. Ball's thrown. Caught. Touchdown, Hendrickson Hawks. That is is that 15?
18.
18. That is Weston Sawyer as he has a little dance in the end zone, and it is now 48-0 Hendrickson on the Weston Sawyer touchdown pass for the Hendrickson Hawks. What a pass, what a read by Pete Vallejo.
Yeah, Pete chucked it up there from about the 27, actually about the 30-yard line. So it was a 30-yard pass completion for a touchdown.
So here comes number 45, Brendan Ricardo, for his 7th extra point of the game. There's the snap to hold. It is right down the middle, 49-0. Hawks take the lead on the road in their final game of the season, trying to win their second in a row as the meter keeps running. What is that now, Dad? 63 plus 49 is at 112 points, I believe, and it is 112 Hendrickson points unscored going back to the beginning of the Lehman game. We'll pause for another break. This is Hawk Football on the Hawk High Story Network.
Born and raised in the heart of Austin, Texas, Bobby and Bobby Mack are the dynamic duo behind Tater Q. One day, Bobby envisioned a stuffed potato loaded with all the fixings. An idea that sparked the beginning of Tater Q in 2016. Fast forward to January 2023, when their first brick-and-mortar location opened its doors at 1202 FM 685 in Pflugerville, Texas. Tater Q Restaurant has redefined comfort food with our famous spud. Each loaded baked potato is crafted with savory meats, fresh toppings, and our signature sauces, creating a meal that brings everyone together. So stop on by and taste why our spud is a must-try for barbecue lovers.
We are back after the touchdown pass from Pete Vallejo to Weston Sawyer, and now the lead has ballooned to 49-0 Hendrickson with 4:08 to go and a running clock, Dad, and the clock is just going to keep running the rest of the game, it seems like. Second straight week we've had a running clock, and we are the leading team. During the commercial break, the head official came on and said, dead ball foul on number 1 for Cedar Creek, Tyler Stubblefield, the senior linebacker, which caused a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff, so the Hawks will kick off from the 40 instead of the 25.
Yeah, that extra point kick by Hendrickson, there was some chirpiness continuing to go on between Hendrickson and Cedar Creek, and apparently Cedar Creek crossed the line and got flagged. So Hendrickson's going to kick off from the 45 of Cedar Creek.
There's the kick, waiting for it in the end zone. That might be the first time we've put the ball in the end zone this season. Hendrickson likes to do a lot of squib kicks by design. So that was...
Yeah, kicked through the end zone, out of bounds, and Cedar Creek will take over at their own 25-yard line.
So while we're waiting for play, let's take a moment and preview our next upcoming broadcast. Football, the door's closed on the football season tonight, Dad, but the upcoming broadcast game this coming Tuesday, Veterans Day, Tuesday, November the 11th, 7 p.m. tip-off. The Hendrickson Lady Hawks basketball team will be on the road in Round Rock at Cedar Ridge to take on the Lady Raiders. That game can be heard here on the Hawkeye Story Network. Again, Tuesday, November the 11th, Veterans Day, 7 p.m. tip-off, pregame 6:45.
Go Lady Hawks.
Yes, sir. All right, and we'll try to get you a score from tonight's game at Westlake from the Lady Hawks. There's the snap. Ball's thrown. Caught at the 25 where he is wrapped up on the play, still fighting for yardage, still on his feet. He goes out of bounds. I could not see who that was. Did you get an eyeball on who made the catch in the tackle?
I did not. Actually, that looked like a backwards pass. It was caught her back around the 21-yard line. End up receiver a little off to 2 yards, so it'll be a 2nd and 12.
Pass completed to Dalton Whited.
So 2nd down and 12 for the Cedar Creek Eagles with 1:40 to go, 100 seconds to be exact here in the Victory Tap third quarter. The final Victory Tap third quarter of football season. There's the snap. It was a low. Ball's thrown. Almost picked off on the coverage. There's a late penalty flag that came in very late. I was hesitant, Dad, to say that might have been pass interference, but I didn't see a call, and then it came in late.
Yeah, that was Caleb Stewart on the defense, and I think
Talib.
Thank you. He got just a little bit over the back of that receiver as play was.
Pass interference penalty.
Yeah.
Will be the spot on the foul.
Yeah, they are calling a pass interference on the defense. So to me, it looked like the ball actually might have been deflected at the line by a pass rusher, which would have negated any pass interference. But refs didn't see that, and so maybe I just made it up.
Well, there's 40 seconds to go in the Victory Tap third quarter. There's the snap. Ball's thrown. Almost intercepted. Is it on the ground? Is it a scoop and score? 20, 15, 10, 5. Let's see what the Hawks, the ref signal. They're saying incompletion as they run all the way to the end zone as they complete tees, and then they put their arms down and say incomplete.
And they call the turnover as the Hawks take it into the end zone.
Are they? I saw one ref say incomplete.
On the field is an incomplete pass.
You're
right.
Incomplete pass.
That was the weirdest call I've ever seen, where the ref is running down the field watching the guy, Dad, jogging the end zone like he's going to put his arms up. And he didn't do incomplete. Usually, if it's incomplete, they'll blow it dead. But he waited until the play was over.
The referee did not see the play itself, and so he followed the scoop back to the end zone. But there was no apparent fumble. Arm was coming forward And once again, Hendrickson got a strong pass rush, and that right defensive end was right in the face of the quarterback and was able to disrupt that play. But looks like we're at the end of the third quarter, too.
We are now in the fourth quarter, and we'll take another break at the end of the third quarter. Hendrickson scores 7 points in the third quarter like they did last week against Lehman, or 2 weeks ago, excuse me, with a continuous running clock. And we'll actually keep it right here because both teams are making their way on the field. And let's look at the clock data and see how long it takes before the clock starts ticking. Because in the Lehman game, to start the second half, when it was 56-0, the clock was ticking before the even kickoff started. So let's watch the ref and see when the clock starts.
Yep.
And
yeah, so very short break between the third and fourth quarter.
And now the clock's running and the ball hasn't even been snapped. So there you go. So 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. There's the snap. Handoff to the Cedar Creek running back who is wrapped up. And nice tackle there by the Hendrickson defense. It's going to be 4th down, I believe, right?
Yeah, that was great. Samuel Umana who got up off the bottom of that pile. Loss of, well, I'm not sure exactly. It's going to be a 3rd and 11.
Well, next dead ball, I want to take a moment and just congratulate all of the, I'm going to go through the roster of just the seniors on the football team. Next stoppage of play, whether that's change of turnover on downs or a timeout. Thank all these young men for a great career here at Hendrickson. There's the snap to the quarterback. It's a handoff, 35, 40, as he is near the line to gain. The far sideline official is going to mark him about 3 yards short. It's going to be 4th down and 3. Tackle made by great Samuel Umana, who's had back-to-back tackles. And they are right on the edge of that star logo in the middle of the field.
4th down and 3.
So 4th down and 3 with 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Well, there was records broken earlier by Romello Boykin. We might break a record for 2 straight games of fastest second halves. There's the snap. It's a quarterback keeper on the Wildcat. Is that number 0 again?
Yes.
Is that Cancino?
Yep.
And he looks to be short.
Yeah, refs are gonna mark progress short. It's gonna be a turnover on downs.
Let's see if we see H.A. Fowler come in at quarterback, number 19. Is it number 19 or 18 in at quarterback? Let's see.
I don't see 5 or 13 yet, so
I see. Is that Fowler there on the ends, like on the star?
What's his number?
19? Or is that 18?
That looks like 19 lined up in the backfield.
So A.J. Fowler, who's also on the baseball team, and there's the snap. Ball's thrown. Caught by number 24. I believe that's Logan Clark. It is. The senior wide receiver who's also on the baseball team, tackled by Dylan Redmond. Nice pass there. Is that 19 or 18 at quarterback?
That is 19.
That is 19, A.J. Fowler. So, 2nd down and 4 for your Hawks. 9 minutes to go in the ball game and the season for both these teams. 2 wide on the right, 2 to the left. There's the snap. Fowler looking to throw. He hesitates, takes off. 25, down at the 27 where he takes a hit and holds on to the football. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 2 for your Hawks. I want to see the Hawkstad get this 1st down, but honestly, I'd love a field goal opportunity. Our field goal kicker, 45, Brendan Ricardo, he's a senior, so why not give him an opportunity at a long field goal,
You'd be looking at about 50 yards right now.
There's the snap. Hand off to Logan Clark. 30. He takes it in for a 1st down, and he gets popped out of bounds as the clocks will keep moving. Nice handoff there to Logan Clark in the jet sweep formation as there's a little chippiness on the far sidelines. Logan Clark has some speed, Dad. He is one of the outfielders for the Hawk baseball team, and he has some wheels on him. So 7:50 to go in the ball game. First down and 10, Hendrickson. Braden Mueller's now in the game, number 3 on the left side of the field. He's a junior. So you got Braden Mueller on the left. I cannot. Do you see who that is in the backfield?
That's 19.
Running back. There's the ball. It's thrown. Caught. 20, 15, down to the 10-yard line. Nice pass there on the zone read by A.J. Fowler, and 7 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, that was Jordan Costin on the reception for the Hawks.
Good old J.J. Costin. The baseball team is making a lot of things happen on this drive, from A.J. Fowler to J.J. Costin to Logan Clark. I have to tell Coach Neely after the game that on the final drive, a lot of his baseball weapons are, doing some damage on offense. 2 wide on the left, 1 to the right. It's a pistol formation with the fullback in front of him. There's the snap. Taking it up the middle, was that Brody Martinka?
I think it was Maddox
Quiller.
Is he a running back?
And there's a flag on the play. I think this is unsportsmanlike conduct, as the coach for Cedar Creek is all the way on the 5-yard line yelling at his player. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The coach is on the 5-yard line about, 10 yards into the onto the grass, Dad, talking to his player.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Threw a punch. Number 21 is out of the game.
So number 21, that's Ryan Cavazos. He's the senior, and he has also played his last game as he threw a punch and has been ejected. And again, folks, I have never seen a coach that, except, I think right after the Longhorns Alabama game years ago, right after the handshake, I remember Nick Saban running on the field telling his team to quit taunting, but that was after the game, whereas now, after a play with the clock ticking and a running clock, the head coach for Cedar Creek, Dad, was all the way out in the middle of the field.
Yeah, you can tell that player that was ejected, he was feeling a lot of emotion. I think he felt like he was the victim on that play, and ref or the coach was out there to console.
High snap, A.J. Fowler saves it, and he walks in, touchdown, A.J. Fowler for the Hawks on the quarterback high snap that was still bobbled, and 5:06 to go as the clock continues to tick away. 55-0 Hawks. All I can say is the icing has been put on the cake of, a rough, a promising start to the season that hit a wall of very strong teams, but this team continues to fight, Dad, and has put, a lot of strong drives together tonight to go into the offseason holding their heads high.
Yeah. We're down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good as there's players on the ground, and here come the refs with more choppiness. If you're the Hawks and you just want to get out of here at this point with no one, you don't want a lot of guys disqualified in the last game of the season. You just want to get out of here and celebrate. So 56-0 after the Mercado extra point. And Dad, a few weeks ago, I think you had tuned in some. Coach Cross and I had last year's kicker, Edward Tidings, on the All-American that goes to Buffalo. He joined us for the Weiss towards the end of the game, and Coach Cross asked him, last year his best game, I think his favorite game was he had 7 points against Cedar Creek, if you remember that comment, and I think they were all extra points.
Yep.
Tonight, Mercado has what? Is that 8 extra points?
55.
We have, unless it was missed, we have 56, I thought, because
I don't think we've missed a field goal or extra point either. So
was that good down here?
I thought it was. So I think they're shorted us out a point.
So that would be 8 extra points. Well, there's 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go as I think the radio guys in the booth here are a little confused why it's possible if it's recovered, it's on the ground. That would have been an onside kick recovery going down, and that's number 4 And making the tackle for Hendrickson, that's number 14, I believe. That's Caleb Stewart. Caleb Stewart. That was a dangerous play. I think we saw that in the Dolphins game, Dad, a couple weeks ago. Dolphins Saints or something. Or maybe a Steelers where the ball was in the landing zone in the NFL and it bounced. And the player thought it was going to go in the back of the end zone, and then it was recovered for a touchdown. So
it looked like the receivers for Cedar Creek were expecting a pooch kick, and it moved up on the play. And the ball went over their heads but fell just inside the 5-yard line. It was sitting there on the turf. And one of the Cedar Creek players did jump on it and recover, but that's where they're going to take over, right at their 5-yard line.
Well, we'll see if they stop the play here at the 2-minute timeout, where it's officially the 2-minute timeout right now. I don't think they will because they've let it run through commercials. So 2 minutes to go in the season for the Hawks, and we'll just stop keeping track of tackles at this point. I want to go ahead and read the seniors on this football team who are playing their final game, Dad. Number 0, Romella Boykin. Number 2, Maddox Quiller. Number 4, Devin Parker. Number 6, Paul Creighton. Number 7, Khalil Stewart. Number 8, Cardinal Spicer. Number 9, Andre Nwagu. Number 10, Trevor Morgan. Number 11, Brandon Mosley. Number 14, Caleb Stewart. Number 15, Holden Calvert. Number 16, Great Samuel Umana. Number 19, A.J. Fowler. Number 20, Artis Duncan. 24, Logan Clark. 26, Tamarin Cloud. Number 29, Lawson Hall. Number 30, Cooper Rodriguez. 31, Davin Ponce. 32, Carlos Ayala. 33, Omar Prieto Davila. Number 40, Roman Villasenor. 44, Shane Dyer. 45, Brendan Ricardo. 50, David Narvaez. 53, Braden Carter. 54, Isaiah Petty. 56, Logan Ryal. 60, Ethan Ortiz. 65, Azael Jimenez. 67, Jaden Wallace. 70, Ahmed Muhammad Ali. 75, Cruz Sanchez. 80, Jordan Costin. 82, Matthew Dominguez. And 90, Owen Meza. So that is the seniors on the Henderson Hawk football team. Fellas, it's been fun announcing y'all the last 2 years, and I hope for the best for all of you as you go off into your spring semester, the rest of your fall semester, and then your spring semester of your high school careers. And that is our final score as the clock has hit 0. Our score 55-0. Hendrickson with the win to close out the season. And we will take a quick break and come back just for a final closeout of the season. You're listening to Hawk Football. We are back here on the Hawkeye Soaring Network. Our final score, Hendrickson 56, Cedar Creek 0, as there was some choppiness on the field right at the end, which you hate to see going into the offseason. But I think, Dad, it boiled over a lot of frustration from, probably two football teams that didn't really have a lot to play for tonight except just pride and having fun. And I think Hendrickson dominated from start to finish, and it just wasn't a good night for the Cedar Creek Eagles football team on their senior night, and so I think that boiled a lot of frustration. But regardless, Hendrickson wins, finishes the season 5-5, 4-4, finishing district play at 5th seed when 4 make the playoffs. Dad, you did 2 games on the radio with me, about 5, I think, overall, a part of this crew. Any final words for the listeners as we go into the off-season football?
No, it's been enjoyable to be in the booth and help wherever I can. I appreciate it. And I don't see myself as a basketball or baseball guy, but football I kind of enjoy. So maybe we'll talk about a contract for next year.
Well, I know a guy that has a pen and paper somewhere. We'll talk, but I do appreciate you doing this. Coach Cross, if you're listening, thanks again for a fun season. Coach Pierce, if you go back and listen to this, great season, very entertaining. I know we didn't make the playoffs, which was the ultimate goal, but it was still very entertaining, and I'm proud to radio announce all these games for Hawk Nation. So, again, our next broadcast on the Hawkeye Soaring Network will be this coming Tuesday, Veterans Day. The Hendrickson Lady Hawks basketball team goes on the road to Round Rock, Texas, Cedar Ridge High School to take on the Lady Raiders in a basketball game, second game of the season. First game here on the Hawkeye Soaring Network for basketball. Again, it's Tuesday, November the 11th, 7 p.m. Pre-game at 6:45 p.m. But Hawk Nation, it was fun. Football team, hang your heads high. Your 2-game winning streak, and you shut out your opponents the rest of the season, scoring 63 and then 56 to go into the offseason. Hawk fans, until next time, you're listening to Hendrickson Hawk Football on the future award-winning Hawk High Soaring Network and Hendrickson Hawk Football.
Thank you for listening to today's broadcast of Hendrickson Hawk Sports on the Hawk High Soaring Network. Like I always say, you can go anywhere in the world and see birds in the sky, but at Hendrickson, the Hawks are soaring high. Until next time.